Ellis Island is primarily famous for its usage for immigration to America between 1892 and 1954. However, the islands have an extensive history dating back over 200 years before its usage for immigration. So today, we're going to be taking a look through a little bit of the history from 1630 to 1892, whether you like it or not. So let's start at the beginning. The other beginning. The island, including the ones surrounding it, were first owned by the Dutch. In 1630, the Dutch gifted a man named Michael Ramirez Pa, who had helped found New Netherland, some of the land, consisting of 3 islands in Upper New York Bay: Liberty, Black Tom, and the Ellis Islands, of course. Their original name was the Oyster Islands, inspired by the large oyster population nearby. The island we know in present day as Ellis Island was thus called Little Oyster Island, a name that persisted through the early 1700s. The island was then sold multiple times following its initial purchase. During the colonial era, the island became a popular spot for hosting picnics, roasts, and clam bakes thanks to the rich oyster beds, living up to its name as Little Oyster Island. Now, with my undying hatred for seafood, I absolutely cannot get behind this name, though its next incarnation I absolutely do approve of based off of principle alone. In 1774, the island was acquired by colonial New Yorker and merchant Samuel Ellis. He subsequently named the island after himself. This bold move would then inspire all men whose last names start with an E to do the same with their own islands. He attempted, rather unsuccessfully, to sell the island 9 years later, but it wouldn't change ownership until his death in 1794, and ownership was passed to his daughter's unborn son, who was also named Samuel. Her son died shortly after birth, however, resulting in the final ownership landing in Ellis's other 2 daughters, Elizabeth Ryerson and Rachel Cooter. And that will be all for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something, and don't catch a cold.